Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile at the rising sun. 3 little birds on my doorstep were singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true. This is my message to you, singing don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright.
Hello YouTubers, my name is Kieran Harland and welcome to Effects of Change Behind the Magic. I play a character called Aloysius Thomas in a play that I did, back in 2023, so that was like, just over 3 years ago? Bloody hell. 3 years ago? Really? 3 years? It's been that long, 3 years ago since we did Effects of Change. Let's run things from the beginning, shall we? I started Spectrum right about September 2017, and I've done so many plays like Lost and Found, Clever Corvid, Xenos Falls, you name it, I've done it. The reason I'm mentioning Effects of Change is because it's one of those plays that has a place in my heart. Like most of the plays I've done, they all have a place in my heart, but that one does more. And I think it's because knowing that my dad passed away so recently, I never realized how hard it was going to hit until the moment came. But anyway, cut long story short, I played a character called Aloysius Thomas, and he is a, I guess you can say he's like a doctor or a nurse, and he's got kids of his own. He's a widower, because in his background, he lost his wife some time ago, during a pandemic crisis, which was a life-sucking virus, which I it was kind of linking to COVID, I guess.
You must stay at home.
But why not? I created a story for Aloysius Thomas to go through a procedure, a hard procedure. And the magic behind all of that, I got inspired by a TikTok video. And this was like, a couple of months before we even written scripts, because back then we were doing for this particular play, we were mainly doing monologues, and monologues are basically short or long statements. And the reason I call it a monologue play is because we all had different stories, different versions of the environment. And that's what Effects of Change is about the environment and getting that a message across. Originally, we were going to do a play to do about the environment, and it was going to be like Narnia, like the Chronicles of Narnia, but instead of going into a magical world where you get talking lions and antelopes and birds and the White Witch, the Fawn, and everything else, and be crowned king and queen um, of Narnia, etc., etc., because of the prophecy. We were going to do a world where it was filled with rubbish, literally rubbish, and they go into this kind of, these characters would go into their rubbish tubes to find this specific place, and it was a place full of rubbish. And instead of the White Witch, we had a dictator. Or, well, we were going to have a dictator. And she keeps rising the prices, going, oh, it's so much for a step. Oh, it's so much for heating, so much for this, so much for that. Basically, inflation. Literally, inflation, the cost of living. Way before cost of living was even announced in the news. Anyway, and instead of two beavers, it was, I think it was husband and wife, if I recall correctly. And instead of the fawn, we had something, we were going to plan for something else in line for that. But yeah, everything was going to fall into place about this environment land and how they were going to make things, you know, better, etc., etc. I think, if I remember correctly, I was going to play one of the henchmen, one of the security guards, with the dictator, but I think my character at the time was so dumb and stupid. Basically, it was like Emperor's New Groove. You have Yzma, which is the dictator, and then you have Kronk, who's like the advisor or something. And it's like, oh, right. So yeah, I was going to be like some kind of Kronk. And we were about to put pen into paper about what this play was going to look like, etc., etc., until lockdown happened. And ever since then, we never got into doing proper performances. We were doing more projects. We were doing poetry, which we did enjoy. Like, we did the Happiness Project. We did Journeys, which originally we were going to call it Let Me Tell You Something, or something like that. But it got changed to Journeys. So my story, well, Aloysius Thomas's story, I thought that, well, we thought to call it Superhero, because everyone had their own like little subtitle, as you would call it. Yeah, we were mainly doing more poetry stuff and more projects than actual proper plays, which I totally understood. And I thought to myself, why don't we start building up to do plays again? And that was actually kind of my idea. Like, why don't we start doing plays again? Not properly, but like start building up a bit. And they were like, okay, we'll take that idea on board. And that's when the monologues start happening. We were like thinking like out the box. We want to do monologues. So it'd be just our character by themselves talking to the audience or whatever to say what's happening in their world, Why is this happening? Have they found a solution? Etc., etc. And basically that's what the monologue was about. What's the environment like? How are they going to solve it? And all the rest of it. And at the end of the day, it really, really worked. We had hosts. We had Jesse. Jesse was one of the hosts, along with Kevin. He was also one of the hosts. So yeah, they hosted the entire show, also playing as their characters. Jesse was Lucifer, and I think Kevin was Charlie, but without the E, I think. Back to it. So I was inspired by a TikTok video, and it came to the conclusion it was one of the, I guess you can say, the most famous TikTokers I've ever seen. And I've forgotten the guy's name. I will admit I have forgotten the guy's name. But every video he does, he's either in bits of crying because of his character, or he's going to die, or something tragic is going to happen. He's always doing stuff like that, and he still enjoys it. There's one particular one I did watch, and it's inspired by a film that got released in 2002 called John Q. And basically, there's a scene, and it really, really touched me, and I thought, oh, I want to put that into my character. When watching this scene, this particular scene, not the John Q one, but his version, it went a little bit like this.
Hi, son. I found you a new heart. I just need to tell you a few things. I want you, always, to listen to your mum. Because she's your best friend. And family is so important. And girls, you're too young for them now. But when the time comes, treat them like princesses. Because that's what they are. And if you say you'll do something, if you say you'll do something, do it. Because your word should be your bond. And if you have a chance to make money in life, go for it. Even if it means selling out once in a while. Don't be an idiot like your dad. Everything is so much easier with money. Don't smoke. Don't take drugs. Try to be kind and honest. But if someone tries to hurt you, be a man and stand up for yourself. And try not to get caught up in all the bad things in life. There's so many good things out there. I will always be here for you, son. Right here. No matter what. It's a son. I love you.
So yeah. So I was inspired doing that. So I started writing. I had quite a few drafts. And the drafts were really good. But the facilitator, they asked if how old is my character's children? So I said one is 5 and one's coming up for 8, and they're both daughters. I think they're both daughters, or one's a son and one's a daughter. I can't remember. I think one was a son called Stevie. I think it was Steve. Was it Stevie? I can't remember. I'm sure one was a son and one was a daughter. The daughter was 8 and the son is 5. Anyway, and the facilitator was like, oh, okay, so they're 5 and 8, so they might not understand what's happening. So I was like, right, because I was being melodramatic, basically. I was like really in bits and all the rest of it. And they asked, would they understand that? And I was like, maybe not. So they asked me to kind of not change the script, but to like change it to something a little bit more cheerful. So kind of like put a mask within a mask. And I was like, okay, I'll try that. So I started writing down the script again, thinking, what could I do to make it kind of light-hearted, but still sound like it's an emergency? And that's when I came up with the idea, how about, still keep it light, but still kind of go, actually, something's going to happen to me and stuff like that. And it worked. It really worked. And the facilitator loved it. And everyone else loved it. And every time a lot of people heard my monologue, some of them were literally in pieces. And I mean in pieces when I was reading it out loud. And I'm just going to I'm going to show you the clip right now. What I mean, like how similar it is to the John Q scene.
Don't worry about a thing.
Hi, it's Daddy.
I hope you two are safe. I know everything's a little scary at the moment with the nasty virus pandemic, but Daddy promises that things will get better soon. Do you remember when Daddy wanted to be a doctor to help poorly people get well? I'm going to help in a different way. Daddy's going to be a superhero.
I may not be as quick as Flash, or fly like Superman, or even smack my watch and turn into an alien like Ben 10.
But Daddy will have a superpower of his own that will help poorly people get healthy and well again. It does mean you may not see Daddy again, but remember that light that we talked about? That
Little light that twinkles in the sky like a star.
gaze at it, and if you look hard enough,
You might see too, and that's where Mummy is. Yes, that's me, Aloysius Thomas. Okay. Thank you. Well, Daddy has to go back to work now. I want you both to look after each other and behave yourselves, because Mummy and Daddy will be watching over you always. So if you feel scared or worried, just keep singing that song from Shark's Tale. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. I love you too, little birds to the moon and back.
So yeah, oh my god. When I watch it now, like when I watch that now, I think to myself, oh my god, this was me giving it my all. Not just that, but how related this felt for me, knowing I lost my dad in January January 11th this year, and I didn't think these kind of things would hit me so hard until I watch it again. I think to myself, oh my god, like this was like before I even started seeing my dad, and I gone into a character who was a father, who wanted to come home to his children, but there was a solution, but it came at a price, and it was a very, very hefty price. And even singing that song the way I did, Three Little Birds, because I still know the BSL for that. Hang on, so this one's Don't Worry About a Thing. Every little thing is gonna be alright. This is Singing. Then it goes Rise Up This Morning. No, this is Rise Up This Morning, sorry. Rise Up with this rising sun, that's it. 3, the number 3, 1, 2, 3. Little birds, they're birds. On my porch step, singing sweet sounds. What was a melody? A melody pure and true, I think. Singing, this is my message to you. Ooh, ooh. I think that's how it went. I have to watch the video again. Well, not that video, but it was a different video. But yeah, oh my god. So yeah, 3 years ago. 3 years. It's crazy. It's absolutely freaking bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. That. So yeah, that's the magic behind effective change, like how I went into not just into character, but gone into real depth with sending the message across to his children to say that he wasn't coming home and that he was gonna save a lot of lives. And it's one of those ones that just sticks with you for a bloody long time. So yeah, that's the magic behind Effects of Change. I hope you enjoyed it. So I'm going to say now, live long and prosper. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Only if you want to. You don't have to, but the option is there. Engage.
Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile at the rising sun. 3 little birds on my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true. This is my message to you, singing don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright.